video, we will look at some of the guidelines for applying the morphing feature to objects. The morphing feature transforms designs or parts of a design by distorting the object. Here are objects before morphing, and here are objects after morphing, except morphing has not been applied to this object yet. You can apply one or more morphing effects to a design. The effect should be used in moderation and always test before embroidering your project. It is a good idea to increase the stitch spacing by about 20%. You can do this by selecting the object, going to the Edit menu, and clicking on Adjust Stitch Spacing. Change the value in the box to 120 and press OK. Remember, an increase in stitch spacing results in a decrease of stitch density. It is best not to morph closed satin objects because the satin stitches can become too long. Also, increase the underlay margin so that it will not project outside the cover stitch. You can do this by selecting the object, going to Effects, selecting the Underlay tab, and changing the margin from normal to wide, and click OK. There are 8 types of morphing effects in the morphing docker. You can open the docker by clicking on the morphing icon in the general toolbar, and then activate Auto Hide to keep the docker open. You can see in this sampler, any object can have a morphing effect applied, although some are more successful than others. When morphing is applied to objects, the selected objects will be grouped, even if they were not grouped before morphing. Let's apply 2 effects to this square. The effect is applied to the selected object as a whole, and when you click on the type of morphing, available control handles will be displayed for the morphing effect. As you click and drag, the object is going to change. You can also move the center of the morphing to another area on the object, and if you want it to revert back to the center, just click on Center Morphing in the docker. Let's apply a second effect to this square. This time, I'm going to select the twirl. Again, there is a morphing control that is appropriate for that type of effect, and I can move the slider and change the object. After an effect has been applied, the Remove button will remove the last morphing. Remove All will return the shape to its original shape before morphing, but it does not ungroup an object, it does not change the underlay back to normal, and it does not restore density to the design. You'd have to use Undo in combination with the Remove buttons to restore the design to its original state.